Hi guys, this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for July 29th, and we have a fabulous day to talk about. Now, I am really charged up. I am so feeling Leo energy. Now, granted, it does help that I have 5 placements in Leo. So I am a freaking roaring little lioness here. I'm a baby Kiki. I'm like, did you ever see The Lion King when Simba goes out and he tries to be all badass and he's like this little kid and he's like, rawr, rawr, and he's like, I don't know, it's not a mosquito and he's trying to scare it. Like, that's totally how I am, but it doesn't matter. I feel there are some energies that I have. Is my Leo in Mars is really sucking into this energy, even though Mars is still currently in Cancer. Like, I feel very like Leo, and because that's a mature energy. For me, it's in like the high 20s, and so I am just feeling so raw Leo. So you know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like kicking a little ass, and here's the reason: because we have Jupiter in Leo and we have Venus in Virgo, both trining Uranus and Aries. So I have an Aries moon. And I have a Leo sun, a baby Leo sun, and I have like 5 other placements in Leo, but they're all very mature. And so this energy is speaking to me. You know what song? I was just playing Survivor. I was playing Eye of the Tiger. I mean, I was playing Katy Perry Roar, and it's just, I am on fire. If you are a Leo, you are dangerous, or an Aries. You guys are dangerous because you're full of yourselves. You are spunky little cats out there, and you're on the prowl, and you're like ready to roar and ready to take on the world. But you don't gotta be a Leo to tap into this raw power energy. Many of you, if you're sensitive to energy, can feel power in energy. And there is a powerful, powerful question to be asking yourself today. Now, we have been experiencing this for a few days now. We've got the sun in Leo and we've got Mercury in Leo, and they're conjunct, right? They're working side by side, and they are at the top of your yod. Anytime you have a yod, it's a question from God that says, or your spiritual being, or who you hold as a higher power. A lot of people hold aliens, and you know what? I don't have any reason not to support people's beliefs. You know, I don't freaking know everything, and if you believe that you come from an alien, rock on, baby. Then hold your aliens as the universal being that is talking to you today. So you have your sun in Leo and you have a Mercury in Leo at the very top of the yacht. And then quincunxing, you have Neptune and Pisces and Pluto and Capricorn. So don't have a lot of conversation. This is internal work, guys. This is not external work. This is about your authentic, raw power. This is about who you are. This is about dealing with who you are. This is about dealing with your personal demons. This is about owning where you lose your power, where you get lost, you know, where you want to regain your personal power, where you want to take a stand. Don't expect people to be on board with this. Don't expect people to understand you. I don't expect people to understand me. When I get fired up like this and I turn into like, I used to have a boyfriend that called me Annabelle. When I am like this, I'm fiery. I'm going to laugh. I laugh all day. When I've got a Leo heart ignited, I laugh. I pick on you. I'm romantic. I am just as energized. All love muffin number 9. And you know what? I'm optimistic, and I'm just creative, and I'm outgoing, and I'm just totally out there. So you guys can totally tell the difference of me. When I first started out, I was kind of like a little bit more laid back. I mean, I still had the power of Leo, but frack, as I'm going through this, it's like I feel like energy, fire has entered my body, and I am now ready to take on the world. I'm a survivor. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to stand on top. I'm going to conquer that hill. I'm going to conquer it, and I'm not going to let anybody take me down. You know what? We had crap tearing us down for weeks. We had things reducing us. We had things telling us we weren't good enough. We fought demons. We lost to demons, and we faced demons and we faced our mirror ourselves and we didn't like what we saw. That sugar daddy, that is over. That is over. Who the hell cares that that's who we were yesterday? We are who we are today. We are who we are tomorrow. We are who we are the next day. If our demons defeat us today, they may not defeat us tomorrow. If they defeat us tomorrow, then they may not defeat us the next day. Screw succumbing. Don't you let something beat you down and you lay down there and you are a victim to whatever the hell is going on in your life. F that. You don't need that. You know what? You've got fire. You've got so much energy making you survivor. If somebody left you and you're there picking up the pieces and you don't even know who you are without that person, then you know what? Define who you are. Become who you are. Find out who you are. You know what? Find peace in the fact you don't got somebody telling you what to do. Find peace in the fact you got sole possession of the remote control. You know what? If you were controlled by a narcissist, somebody who made you feel less than, then have control in the fact that nobody can make you feel that way again, because there's educational resources out there that will prevent you from doing that. I posted it on my website. If you have somebody that left you high and dry and went off to greener pastures because they didn't feel that you were good enough, screw that shit. You're good enough. You're beautiful. You're a tremendous human being. You're not an accident. You were created to make a difference. What that difference is, you had an obstacle. Saturn removed the obstacle. If that person left your life, that was an obstacle. That wasn't an asset. It was an obstacle. And so if they left you high and dry and you're dealing with stuff, you know what that's called? That's called empowerment. That's called, thank you, Saturn. You removed what brings me down so that I can rebuild, so that I can transform. Pluto power wants to regenerate you. Saturn wants to regenerate you. You have to face your demons. You have to face your insecurities. You have to face your inner demons. And so what's happening today is that you're finding that you're faced with this question of, who are you? What do you authentically want? Who are you without somebody? Who are you without another person defining you? That is a scary question. I remember when I lost the love of my life. I almost couldn't make a move without him telling me it was okay. And that, I'm doing a good job. And it took every day. I got up and I made this channel. And every day I didn't feel like I was worthy of my channel. I didn't feel like I was worthy of love. I didn't feel like I was worthy to even have somebody look at my face after what happened to me. But every day I rebuilt myself. Every day, no matter what happened to me, I stood up and I faced my fears, and I stood up before you and I put on a happy face and I persevered. And even though some of those nights were so tragic, I woke up the next morning and I thought, I've got to make a video. I've got to stand for something. I've got to be something for somebody. And you know what? Every day I built a block and I put a block on a block and I put a block on a block, and slowly, thanks to Pluto and Capricorn, even though I freaking hate Pluto sometimes, and I really hate Saturn, the two of them teamed up and they showed me all of my fears, and they gave me blocks to put another little block on top of another little block on top of it. Every time I stood up and persevered after fear and after sadness and after somebody took something from me and I stood up again, I got another little block. And so now, guys, I have a steady job. I have a channel that's growing exponentially. I had the best birthday I've ever had because so many of you had wished me a birthday. I was so loved. One person didn't love me, but hundreds do. Do you understand the power of persevering? It's so gorgeous, and you are going to do this, and don't you let anybody tell you that you are less than. Don't let a job define you. If you are not good in that job, that just means you're not supposed to be in that job. If you're working your tail off in school to try to get to the next level in life, and you feel like you're not being successful, maybe that's not the area for you. This is a time of exploration, of testing boundaries, of seeing where we are strong and seeing where we are weak. This is a time of falling on our ass and getting back up again. That's all it is, sweets. Honey bunnies, that's all it is. So let's talk about today. We have the moon in Capricorn. So we're thinking long term. We're thinking stability. We're thinking about taking those small leaps that will lead to an upward bound of like we're finally on the top of this cliff and we are planting our flag in the cliff. That is what we are thinking about. But you know what? At first, it's small, very slow, precise movements when you have Capricorn energy in there and you've got Pluto, right? You've got to go against your own fears of, oh my God, you know, there's nowhere for me to put my hoof on that side of that cliff. I don't have anywhere. What am I going to do? You know, because I'm halfway up the cliff, but now I have nowhere to put my hoof. And then all of a sudden, the light just shines through and you've got the sun that beams down on that part of the cliff. And then it's like, oh my God, there is a little ledge right there that I can stick my little narrow hoof and I can go, and I can get up, right? So today we have gorgeous energy. We do have that yod. It's something. You are trying to defeat something within inside yourself. You are trying to give yourself empowerment. I suggest that you team up with Pluto and Capricorn energy, and I think you need to start idealizing Neptune in Pisces. So idealize what you want. I don't care if it can't happen. You know what? When you idealize what you want, when you fixate on what you want, then you can manifest it. You don't think about how it can happen. Envision it. Think about what you want. Feel what you desire. I want you to base it on some sort of reality because then it just won't come true and you'll quincunks out with, you know, people will start, you know, telling you that you can't do it and that, you know, you're just full of yourself and you're being too ego-oriented. Don't let people stand in the way of what you want. This isn't about people. This is about your life. You know what? This is about finding a solid place in your ego. This energy this week is not about making people happy, guys. You know, I know that we have Venus in Virgo and it is about thinking about others, but if we are not strong in ourselves, if we are not healthy, if we don't have good mental and physical routines within ourselves, if we are not trying to survive with our own demons, then how can we be good for anybody else? It is time to be selfish. It is time, and through that selfishness, if you guys, you know, really try to empower yourself, you will empower love. You will empower partnerships. You will empower the contribution that you have to put yourself out there. All right. But this has to come from within, sweeties. It really, really does. And I know that seems strange to talk about, but I know this for a personal fact. If I didn't love myself, I couldn't get up here and say, F that. If I didn't take a block and stick a block on a block I didn't even know was there to start out with, there have been so many days when all I wanted to do was run back to all of my narcissists and all of the people that helped break me down because they were the only familiarity I had to define myself. It was so tragic when the world, the universe, God took every one of those away from me all at the same time. I lost so many people all at the same time that I stood out there naked by myself. And I wondered who I even was after those people. If I'm not being told by those people who I am, then who am I? You know, I had to define me. I had to find me. I had to rebuild myself. If some of you have lost you, this is a great time to tap into all this Leo strength, this Leo sun, and let it shine. Think like a Leo. Think that you are working in a universe that revolves around you, that enriches you. If there is somebody out there stealing your thunder, stealing your shine, preventing you from persevering, that person doesn't deserve to be in your life. That person is not worthy of the lion that you are. You are the center of your universe. Does that mean that you need to centralize on yourself and not think of others and become and have narcissistic traits? Hell no. I am a server. I am all Leo heart sometimes. I'm very ego oriented. I'm a survivor in my ego so that I can be strong enough to give every single day, no matter what tears me down. I put on a happy face, I put on makeup, I do my hair, and I stand before this camera and I give you what you need. If I didn't have the internal strength enough to do that, I couldn't do this every day because the world tears you down every day. It takes something from you every day. It tests your boundaries. It tests your internal strength and weaknesses. It tries to break you every day, but F that. You're a survivor. You're not going to take it anymore. You know what? You're not a victim in your freaking life. So the sun in Leo is going to be trining Saturn and Uranus. Expect the unexpected. Dude, if you stand up and you say enough is enough, I need to get help. I need to develop. You know what? I'm weak in these areas. What can I do about it? I'm ready to face them. I'm ready to look in the mirror and I'm going to go out and I'm going to face them. I'm going to go on the internet. I'm going to engage my analytical thinking and I'm going to use the Venus in, I'm going to use the Venus in Virgo energy, and I'm going to use the Mercury and Leo energy to make myself self-sufficient, to make myself self-defeat these things that I have going against me. What does it take to overcome these things? I am the only one in the end that can do it. I truly am. And, you know, guys, even Venus in Virgo energy is going to be trining Uranus and Aries. So if you decide to overcome something today, if you say, I'm a drug addict, I'm an alcoholic, I'm a binge eater, I'm a person that doesn't have healthy habits, how can I make that happen? You will find unexpected answers. Maybe you're on the internet and maybe there's something out there that just is right next to you that you didn't even know existed. Or maybe that there are friends that said, you know what, I've been waiting for you to have this wake-up call. I know this facility. I know this place. I know that you have this support. You may have friends that support you that you didn't know. Look, there is powerful, powerful energy in manifesting change in your life. You want to develop a routine, you want to work out, and you want to get yourself back. You know what? If you are overweight and you're sick and tired of weight standing in the way of love because you feel that you're not deserving because of how much you weigh, screw that shit. Go work out. You know what the funny thing is it's not even that you'll get all that skinny, but you'll just feel better. Your brain will fire off the right endorphins. And I know that even if I work out 1 or 2 days, I know that, take it from a Venus in Virgo. I have very self-defeating, I always think I'm not worthy of anything. But if I go work out and I do something healthy for myself, I don't do anything self-destructive, but if I do something healthy for myself, like I go work out 1 or 2 days, you know what? I feel like I'm a survivor. I feel like I'm just on the hill. I feel like I am defeating life. There's something to be said for empowering yourself and taking control of your destiny. And this day is dramatically about this. This yod is here for a reason, guys. Stop ignoring the yod. The yod is a question that's been sitting in here all week trying to get us to think bigger, think brighter, think about our core, think about what we authentically want. I want you to think. How can you change your life in day-to-day routines? If you don't have life-work balance, how the hell can you ever, feel fulfilled in life if all you do is work and you don't have this Leo heart fed some kind of lovely little romance or some kind of flirty little playfulness. I mean, when you've got all of this Leo energy, it wants to flirt. It wants to play. It's a feisty little kitty. It's like, it just wants to go, meow. I mean, it's a naughty little kitty. So you gotta feed that little kitty in you. Stop being all work and no play. You're boring. Knock it off. Guys, it's a gorgeous day. angelic day, actually. I love the energy this week, guys. I'm feisty little tigress. I'm like, anyhow, I am so happy that you tuned into Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.